It is me, Brian. As my brain continues to process, I'm here with Robert.
What's up, guys?
And today, you see the title. For the first time ever on this channel, I'm doing a dedicated podcast to one thing and a little bit of news after. I'll call it the after news. What this stream is strictly talking on Endgame and Crash. Nothing else. That's my only rule. Now, if you are a person that has not seen Endgame, do not join this stream. We're spoiling it all. Because me and Rob have seen Endgame. Of course, he did miss the last part, but he's seen enough. So please, if you are a person who has not seen Endgame yet, do not join this stream because we're spoiling. Spoiler alert. I've been getting so many spoilers this entire last week, but I have not read any. I kept it hush hush. So we're gonna go over almost half the movie and the most important parts and talk about why this is possibly the greatest MCU movie of all time. Before we get into that, please hit that subscribe button and like. I know I'm gonna be doing spoilers, but I won't start with those now. We're gonna start with the Crash news, and we'll get to Endgame. So let's run through the Crash news. So it was announced today by PS4 and Sony that Crunch Crash, the dad of Crash Bandicoot, is going to be a DLC character with Nitro Octane in the Nitro Octane edition. I'm gonna join the podcast in a bit. That's right. And if you could see on my stream, I have Coco there. Hello, Coco. That's for me pre-ordering the Nitro Octane version. Now, it seems likely that Nitro Octane will be a separate buy as well as Crunch Crash, because Robert did get his pre-order, but he did not get the Nitro Octane version. But I believe it's probably just going to be on the store, maybe together as a pack or something. I don't know. Oh, hello, Kofi. You just left me a long message. Hey, yo, I want to get your take on wrestling school near me, about 2 hours away. In a few years, I want to become a pro wrestler. Okay.
Oh, well.
Let me put my emphasis on it. And I've always gotten told this. I, as a child, I could even say, I've always gotten broken down before. It's like, oh, you're never gonna do anything. You're gonna be a nobody. This and that. Just all types of garbage.
Follow your dream.
That's right. Follow your dream. And you know what it takes to become a wrestler like that? Like a guy, like a rant. Yeah.
Because I told people this. Those who make you try to fail, you can only succeed.
That's right.
On what you do.
If you want to become a pro wrestler,
and they fail.
If you want to become a pro wrestler, 2 words: hard work. That's it. That's all I can tell you. Hard work. Work day and day out your ass off to become the wrestler you want to be. Make your dream happen. That's what I'm doing now. I want to be a game designer in college, and I'm working my ass off to get the math and stuff that I need. Oh yeah, make money too, but that's a separate piece. You want to get a job at least, so you can pay your bills and stuff. But that's the separate thing. The one thing you want is to do what you want. You want to have your dream being a pro wrestler. Sure, it's gonna take years, but work hard for it, because of course. And almost every single half of the wrestlers have done this. You must go do college wrestling. But if you're going to be a pro wrestler, you must go to that wrestling school agenda. Being in high school championships and stuff, you have to go do that. But that's all hard work. Look at guys like Kurt Angle. He won a title with the broken freaking neck. But that's because of hard work. Because this dude's a legend. Even though... yes, he got embarrassed. I know. He got embarrassed. Real bad. He got embarrassed. Because WWE didn't want to give him a full, complete trip down memory lane. They didn't want to give it to him. Which I feel bad. He deserves that. He's loyal. He deserves that. I get it, he left TNA. Yeah, sure, whatever. But he's loyal. He's in the Hall of Fame. He deserves way more. Thanks for the support, both from Brian and Rob. You're welcome, man. Just work hard for your dream that you want to work for. That's all I can say. You have to go through the process, but once you're done and you're making money and you're making millions traveling across the world with guys like Will Ospreay and Roman Reigns and guys like those, then you completed your task. That's all I can really say on that type of topic whenever people ask me, you know, what is your goal? I literally, 2 words, hard work. And even Robert could relate to that. So, that's all I could really say. But that's my input on it. Rob, you there?
Yep.
Okay.
I was listening.
Yeah, I know. I know you're listening to my long speech, but you know, I gotta tell the people.
Yeah,
But-
that's true.
Yeah, but that's
Don't
really.
let nobody bring you down.
That's right.
Because when
That's
you
right.
do that, that's when you start to decline.
Don't ever.
Have it in your heart.
Have it in your heart, man. Have it in your heart.
Don't let nobody bring you down. Period.
Whenever people say, whenever John Cena says, never give up for your dreams, or when Daniel Bryan says, fight for your dreams, they mean it. Fight for your dreams. You keep working for your dreams. That's all I can say. We gotta move on, but thank you for asking for that very unique question, Kofi, and just do you, man. Just do you. That's all I could say. Do you. Anyway, where was I back to? Oh yes, Crash. So Crash's dad is now a player. He's a playable character. He was announced by PS4 / Sony / Activision today. Well, actually, no, not today. A couple of days ago, he was announced. I'm happy. We could finally get the triple Crash race that we want, which is Fake Crash, Daddy Crash.
Oh my god.
I said that so weird. I'm so sorry. And Crash Bandicoot. Pause on the daddy part. Alright. Better word. Papa Crash. Father Crash. There you go. Father Crash and Papa Crash. You get what I mean.
Coco.
Yeah, Sister Coco. There you go. So you can have the ultimate Crash Bandicoot race that you've been wanting. And there's many different characters that you can use.
Instead of a midnight release, it's going to be at 11 p.m. June 21st.
That's right, because if you look at the days closely, it does say 54 days away, but the hours don't seem like it would add up to 12. So likely
Because
it drops at 11 p.m.
If it was
in the night.
probably 4 hours.
It'd be 4
You got 9,
hours.
10, 11, 12.
But it says, I believe, 2 hours, I think you said, right? 2-3 hours? What does it say on the oh, you sent me a picture. Let me see what it says on the counter, because it shows you when you pre-order you get a counter. Yeah, 7 hours. That doesn't add to 12 hours. If you do the math, it adds it to 11 o'clock. So 11 o'clock, we will hop on, get on the game, download our DLC, or whatever Rob needs to get, and we're streaming it. OBS, which I'm still trying to figure out what's going on my desktop, and streaming. We're gonna literally stream the F out of it. We're gonna stream for almost half the night, even though I'm gonna be tired as balls the next day. I don't care. Don't care. I'm streaming this. And we're gonna have the most fun going back to childhood, because this is childhood to me. And I don't want to ruin my childhood. I want to embrace my childhood. So, thank you, Activision, for making this possible. Thank you. Moving on. It's time for the Endgame. We'll start no spoilers, and then we'll start getting into the details. Robert, what are your thoughts? Overall, you know, whatever you saw. 5 out of 5? Same
I
here.
like Professor Hulk. He was a cool Hulk too. Alright guys. Yeah.
My favorite part was when he saw himself destroying a car. He just does it so softly. Did you notice that, right? When you see his old self, he's just like his old self is so mean, big, destructive. Just slamming cars, slamming this, slamming that. And then you just see him, he's like, throw that, like it's so different. It's so mesmerizing looking. When you see that, it's funny, but it's mesmerizing. And probably my favorite fight, other than the big fight, was Captain America versus Captain America. God damn, that was a good fight.
That was better than Batman vs Superman.
Oh my god, yes.
That movie sucked.
Yeah, not the movie itself. Ending trash, garbage, garbage ass ending. You could have done something else. Moving on. But yeah, as I was saying, yeah, that Captain America fight was really good. And then also the oh god, what's that robot girl's name? I always get her name wrong. It's the one with Gamora, her sister, with Thanos. They're both their daughters. Oh god, what's her name? I can't think. I'll look it up here. So basically, I'll just call her because I can't think of her name. But she's basically that robot girl that basically, since they're the same woman, and if you remember from Infinity War, they broke into her mind because they thought they were betraying. But in this movie, it's the complete opposite. It's the complete other opposite. So basically, it's her in the mind of herself, of future self, and Thanos knows. He finds out how he dies and how he gets the stones. It's so interesting, so unique. When I saw that, I was like, that is genius writing, genius. You flip-flop it, you do reverse psychology. I loved every minute of that. That was great. If you're a geek guy, you know what I'm talking about. That was great. Love that. And I'm gonna say it now, and Robert's gonna agree with me. My X factor for this movie is Ant-Man. He is my X factor.
Give me my money.
Give me.
You already got my money.
Exactly.
You already got my money.
You took my money. Take it. I don't need it.
Take it.
Because Ant-Man convinced me. His jokes were really good. He was a bit awkward at times, but that was the best part about it. And his time-traveling science was really well done. The way he said, oh, we could try this and try to go back to time. And I was in this time portal where I turned really small, and I had my friend with me, which AK was Ant-Man and the Wasp. So, and then they teamed up in the last part. Oh, so well done. So well done. The story between that was so well done. My second X Factor in this movie will be Captain Marvel. She didn't do that much, but she did enough to give me an open eye. Because when I saw Captain Marvel, it was a good movie. Wasn't crazy. It was probably the worst MCU movie out of the whole bunch. But it was still good though. Like, it wasn't like a trash movie. No. It was good. But I wanted to see what was her biggest role, and see her fighting Thanos in that final scene was really well done. Showing her flying ability, and like she's super quick. She could destroy like freaking Thanos's his ship in like literally a second. It was fantastic. Love that. Another aspect that I really enjoyed was the way Tony Stark from space was a total dickhead. He was such a dickhead in the beginning of this movie. I can't tell you enough. This boy was such a dickhead. He was an asshole. I wanted to chant that, but it's a movie. I don't do that. I only do that at a wrestling event. But my God, he was a dickhead. I ain't gonna lie. Of course, he does turn around. Of course, he turns around and halfway through the movie. I think it was when Tony found out how to do space and time, where to build the machine. He turned it around. He's like, no, I'm actually gonna team up and we're gonna try to win this. So And I also love how Tony knows about like time travel and like he's at first he's like it's not gonna work, and then while he's working at home, he gets it. He knows how to do it. It's perfectly made. Fantastic stuff. Probably the saddest moment is probably Scarlet dying, aka Black Widow. R.I.P. man. When I saw that and Hawkeye, I knew Hawkeye wanted to throw himself. I called it. I'm like, it's either her or Hawkeye's going over. And when in my head, I'm like, it might be Scarlet. They might pull a Gamora, but even worse. And they did. She let go, and Hawkeye got the stone, and just went from there. Now, I need to explain this logic right here. So in the beginning of the movie, Thanos is in retirement, basically. He's in this planet, just has none of the stones. He's just being a normal human being, but not really. His head gets sliced off by Thor in a matter of seconds. Can we talk about that for a second? Just like that, literally in a snap. Thor chops his head off.
Don't fuck with Thor now.
He was very mad, and literally, since Thor is probably the douchiest and funniest character, he literally said, "I was aiming for the head." That had me dying. By the way, the comedy in this was very good, very well done. It wasn't overused because this movie was super serious, but it had some really funny parts, especially Professor Hulk. By the way, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it now. My MVP for funny moments is Professor Hulk. He's my MVP. He's my MVP.
Yep.
I'm not gonna say
in the near future. I want Thanos versus the Hulk.
Professor Hulk. I'm down. I'm down. I'm down. Who would win? It's super even. Sure, Thanos has the Infinity Gauntlets, but if Hulk could somehow get it off his hand, it's an even playing field. And what I loved about this, they didn't overuse it with Thanos' Infinity Gauntlet. He actually did some fighting off Captain America and Iron Man. It was so good. It was so well done. In that final scene, it was so well done. It was very good. What else? And probably, and you can probably agree with this, my favorite moment was everybody coming back. First with Black Panther, then Doctor Strange, then Spider-Man, then Vision's wife, then this and that, and this and that. And here's the thing I loved about this, everybody got a piece of Thanos. Vision's wife almost destroyed Thanos because of Vision dying in Infinity War. Good connection there. Black
Thanos is a badass.
He is, man. And even though his suit was damaged, dude's a savage. Dude's amazing. All the respect to Mr. Thanos and his voice actor. Voice actor's fantastic. But yeah, Thanos has turned into such a great character. Even though he's an awful heel, his character, you gotta love him. You gotta fucking love him. He's a badass. You cannot respect this man. If you don't respect this man, you don't respect.
Fantastic Four. Bring on the Thing.
Now, there is another Fantastic Four movie coming out. I think it's Dark Phoenix. That's with the girl turning evil, and she has like this power from space. That is quite interesting. I don't know how it's going to play with the story. It might be a spin-off. I could be wrong. I have to look up what's the story on that. That's another movie I'm keeping in mind. But the point is, like, literally, this movie had so much action, so much drama, so much everything. All the characters worked. It was fantastic. And building this super team with all of the people returning, Black Panther, Spider-Man, Ant-Man and the Wasp, freaking Tessa Thompson, the hot-ass Tessa Thompson coming back from Azrael. Coming back in a unicorn, riding with Spider-Man. Like, what? And Spider-Man, by the way, Spider-Man's suit was looking fire. Fire alert. That shit was fire. But literally, it was so good. Another thing that, okay, so we got the MVP out of the way, and we got that. this was so tough to pick between these two characters, to pick my MVP character for the movie. And I don't even think I could choose between these two. It's either Iron Man or Captain America. I can't pick one. I can't pick one. I'm sorry, I can't pick one. Both of those are my MVPs. They were so well done, this movie. And yes, I know, Tony did die. But he did it for a good cause. He saved the world against Thanos. And the way he did it was savage. So, this movie was they did. It was years in the making after the first movie came out. Everybody's like, what's gonna happen next? This is your answer. A 3-hour, I wouldn't even call this a spring blockbuster. I call it a summer blockbuster. Because I would watch this again during the summer if it ever comes out. I will watch it again. If somebody offers me either a DVD or a Blu-ray of Avengers Endgame, I'm watching it again.
It'd be better on the Blu-ray.
Which I feel like, I don't know if you're gonna do it. You can do it if you want. You should get Blu-ray for Endgame. I don't know if you want to. It's up to you. It's up to you. You decide. Because I know you're not, I know you don't get many superhero movies. But I feel like this is a one you should get Blu-ray for. That's what I'm going to try to do. Because this movie was too damn good to not pass up a Blu-ray disc on. Hey, just saying. Just saying. Just saying. Because, I know you have a lot of Blu-ray movies.
There's a lot of people don't see it different in Blu-ray, but if you look at it real closely, between DVD and Blu-ray, I'm telling you, you can see a fucking difference.
Yeah, and I even posted on Instagram, if you see my post, this movie was so good. I didn't even rate it just a 10. I rated it a 12. It broke my scale. It was so good. It broke my damn scale. I gave it a 12 out of 10.
Hey, Ma, I knew you damn scale. My bear messing up my scale, man.
Exactly. Exactly. Done. So that's why it's fucking broken. So, but really, this was just, damn, bro. So I can't pick an MVP. It's either Cap or Iron Man. What was another really good part in the movie? I'd say the connection with Thanos finding out how it is in the future. Young Thanos, of course. That was really well done. And the way they got him to transport with the ship, destroying the time machine, was great. That was great. Now, let's try to dissect this ending. So, let me explain what happens. So, everybody's happy. Everybody went to Tony Stark's funeral. Everybody was there. Everybody was there. Bucky was there. Captain America was there. Captain Marvel. Nick Fury. Yes. Nick Fury was there. He was chilling in the background. He didn't do much, but he was there. He was there with Captain Marvel. He was there. Because, of course, let me explain the science. The science is they're going back in time with all the Infinity Stones to bring them back into the future to revamp time to get all life expansion on. But here's the one part. The sister of Thanos, her mind runs through future self, so it messed up her timer to teleport back. That's how Thanos found out all the info. Even though it's two of herself. That was the most unique part about it. There's two of her, but one mind is the future version because she knows everything. She knows what happens because she's the future for herself. So that was really well done. And by the way, can we give a shout out to Hawkeye? This dude was a savage in this movie. My God, Hawkeye. Now I will say the savage part was in the beginning of the movie, right? We see him with his family, right? And Robert, you could say this. The Thanos dust literally took out his entire family in one shot. One shot.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. his body suit was fucking the shit.
His bodysuit was fucking lit. But I'm telling you now, Hawkeye, he was literally, and even Scarlet, when she was alive, she was following his tracks to try to find him. But of course, we know what happened with Hawkeye. He's so mad that his family's gone. He literally goes on a killing rampage in Japan. Kills about like 5 dudes. And the leader. Savage as fuck. Savage as hell. And then also, of course, when he grabs the Infinity Gauntlet with the Infinity Stones in him, running, trying to get it away from the minions and stuff, then he has to hand it out to Spider-Man, then he has to hand it to Captain Marvel, then he has to hand it back to Thanos. But then when the Infinity Gauntlet fell out, somehow Iron Man pulled them out and then did the snap, and it revamped time. And in an instant, Thanos dusted away with the Thanos dust under himself. Thanos officially died. What's up, Tiny? You just saw it? Yep, right here. I saw it. That movie is probably the best MCU movie I've ever seen. Nothing's gonna beat it. If you show me Infinity Ward, I'm gonna be like, no, Endgame's better. And the way to end off this Avengers chapter was a great way to do it. Rip Iron Man and Black Widow. Yeah, true. I'll say that. But my God, this movie was great. I guess let's talk about the final battle. So basically, Thanos is ready to just take his army and dominate. But at the last second, you see little circles popping up. You're like, ooh, what's this? And then you see a guard, just a bunch of guards that look like Wakanda people. I was like, whoa, what's this? And I see Black Panther doing the Wakanda. I'm like, oh shit, my boy Black Panther's back. Let's go. And by the way, they're supposed to be making a second movie with him, so keep that in mind. So yeah, I'm just gonna say that now. And then you see everybody else come in. You see everybody back alive. Then, by the way, quick Easter egg. The one that was in the silver Iron Man suit, that was Tony Stark's wife. I shit you not. That was Tony Stark's wife in an Iron Man suit. Shall we call her Iron Woman? Yes, we shall. Like, when I saw that, I was like, oh my God, that's his wife in a suit. I did not even know she had a suit. Crazy. So, in itself, it was crazy. It was insane. It was brutal. It really was crazy. But my rating is approved. That is getting a solid, not even a solid, a bombing. That's a 5 out of 5 seal of approval.
Scratch it, I'm gonna say 10 out of 10.
I'm saying 10 out of 10. Yeah, you gotta give it the 10 out of 10. I gave it a damn 12 out of 10 because it broke my scale because I needed so much to process. But yeah, it's 10 out of 10. This movie is going to win so many Oscars, I will not be surprised. It is probably going to win like at least 3 to 4 Oscars this year. Because it was so that damn good. That damn good. Now that we got the spoilers out the way, which I'm sorry if you didn't see the movie and you heard the spoilers. Sorry, but we had to let it out. So, I'm sorry about that. I guess let's talk about the movies coming up for MCU, and then we'll get into DC a little bit, and then we'll talk about the wrestling news, because there was some wrestling news out a couple of days ago, which absolutely shocked me when I heard this news. This news was shocking to me. So I guess we'll start with the MCU movies, which is basically, they call it Phase 4, so that's basically the next movies. So, here we go. Starting with the first movie. Ready for this?
Yep.
First, we have Spider-Man: Far From Home. This is basically going to be based in England before Endgame, of course, and he's going to be fighting aside Nick Fury. So that should be a very good movie. Then, after that, we have a mix-up with Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, and we also have a rumored, I think, Black Widow movie. Yeah, she's getting her own movie. I'm very surprised. But one problem I have with this, how do you tell the story of that? How do you really tell the story of that, to be honest?
After killing her off.
Yeah, that's the thing. How do you do it? How do you tell her origin? How does Black Widow come to be?
Starter, I have a suggestion. Start off when she's a kid, and then work her way up, how she got the powers and shit. Bam! There's her story.
Good idea. That's a pretty good idea, I'll say that. So yeah, so Spider-Man Far From Home is July 5th, right after Independence Day, which I'm not going to be able to see it day one because I'm actually going to be going to the Mets game on that day. But I will be keeping an eye on it. Next, in around the 2020 to 2021 season, is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. They already got the original actor, probably going to get the original characters. Dave Bautista, another Guardians of the Galaxy. By the way, it felt good seeing Drax. It felt good seeing Dave Bautista.
My boy Drax, y'all.
So it felt good seeing Drax back alive, killing people. It felt good to see. Boy deserved way more. Then, of course, Black Widow, like I said, it's coming around either this year. It was supposed to happen in July of last year. It didn't happen because they didn't have time because they were doing freaking Infinity War, of course. This movie is projected to come out like around June. Like around June of this year. But if not, June of probably next year, most likely. Makes sense. Then we have this quite interesting movie that's probably going to relate to the ending of Endgame, and that is The Eternals. This movie is supposed to be kind of like an Avengers type movie involving something. I'm not sure what exactly, but it's like these other people coming into a movie, The Eternals. I'm pre-ordering Madden 20. Okay, Ty, I see you. Go pre-order, my mans. Go ahead. I'm gonna do mine later in the year, by the way. The Eternals. Yeah, around August I'll get it. Next, another movie coming out for MCU is Doctor Strange 2. This one I'm very excited about because the first Doctor Strange was very good. Good introduction for Doctor Strange, so I get a chance to see him more. It's supposed to come out in summer 2018. It's probably not going to come. It's probably not going to come out until like 2 to 3 years after that. So, okay. Wakanda. Black Panther 2. That's another movie. It's also coming out after he was alive. I don't know who he faces next, but let's see how the kingdom does with his throne. Should be interesting.
Yep.
And then, this is probably the most weirdest, but also unique. Shang-Chi. The first Asian Marvel movie. There's not much info on this, but it's in speculations that he's getting his own solo movie, The Master of the Martial Arts, back in the Marvel comics since 1973. That's very long ago. So we'll see what happens there. The first Kung Fu Marvel film. How will that work? I have no idea. But it could be good, because I've seen Marvel kill some weird ideas, and they've killed it, so I hope Shang-Chi gets a very good...
God damn you, Matt, keep your life is slow!
The movie was supposed to release in studios with March 2019, but of course that time passed, so it's probably going to get pushed back to another time. And that's about it. So here are the release dates for Phase 4. So of course I said for Guardians of the Galaxy, that is May 1st, 2020. July 31st, 2020, that is I believe the Eternals movie I said. Yes, the Eternal movies. Then the Doctor Strange movie comes out, I believe, in November 6th, 2020. Then 2021, we get the other movies that we get Shanghai, Shang-Chi, and other movies like that. Then May 6th, and then 2022 from there. But those are all the release dates for these movies. These are still in development at this moment. They're either working the story on how it's going to work and, you know, haven't started much development because they had this big-ass movie. They had to get everybody for this movie. So, right now it's probably going to be... I'm probably going to give them a break other than Far From Home. And everybody else is going to get a break until they develop more movies. Now, this is another big time for DC. Let's talk about DC for a bit. DC's been on a rocky road, I'll say. They ended strong last year with Aquaman, did decent with Suicide Squad, did awful with Justice League, which I feel bad, and Batman left after that. But there are some very promising movies that you should already be seeing and should not see. My only movie I do not recommend is Hellboy from DC. That is the only movie I do not recommend. Do not go see it. You will be embarrassed. Which, by the way, I love the Hellboy character, but they fucked him up here. I'm sorry. No Ron Perlman. I apologize. Nope.
How the fuck you gonna have Clay Morrow?
You don't even have Clay Morrow for one of the side characters. Shame. They do have Baba Yaga, though. That's pretty good. But that's about it. Other than that, don't go see it. But I will recommend this movie, and that is Shazam. Go see Shazam. It's a fun comedy movie. This boy Zach kills Shazam, and it's a great story.
The last Shazam we had was with Shaq.
That's right. And it did not... Oh, what's up, man? We just finished doing Endgame spoilers. No words. No words. It's fucking great. I'm just gonna keep it simple, because I talk way too much. We're talking about DC movies that are coming out for the second half of the year, because, you know, we got to get the other side. We got to get the other side. And basically, I was saying DC's been on a rocky road since the last 2 years, but they definitely ended strong with Aquaman and Shazam this year. One movie I wouldn't go see is Hellboy. Do not go see Hellboy. No Ron Perlman here. All right, let's go down the list. This year, the big DC movie probably of this year is Joker, the solo movie, the origin movie. Released October 4th, 2019, with director Todd Phillips and Joker himself, Joaquin Phoenix. That's right.
I'm gonna say this. Joaquin Phoenix made some great movies, but this character of Joker is such demonic.
This might be the ultimate Joker movie. If this movie does, he does. He looks like a really lowered down, scary version of Pennywise. He looks like a toy clown. That's what I'm basically trying to get at. Looks like a toy clown. Looks like an action figure of some type, like a really 1980s action figure. And that red suit is quite classic. So very good there.
You mean
The red suit, the suit that he wears for Joaquin.
Oh.
Yes. Look.
Purple?
Is it purple? It's tough to tell. It's purple. It's purple, but it's like a red purple.
It's like,
Okay.
it's like a reddish dark purple.
Reddish dark purple. All right, and of course the blue neckerchief under the tie, the yellow tie. So, but he looks really good, and I hope when we get the second trailer, it looks even better. And I hope this movie does very well, because I want to see him in the DCU universe. DC, you have something here. Don't blow it. Moving on. Another movie that finished in post-production, that is Birds of Prey. They just wrapped up this movie about a couple weeks ago. That is the Harley Quinn origin story movie. This one's coming out on February 7th, 2020. This is basically an add-on to when she was in Suicide Squad. I have no problems with this. I do want to see an origin story of Harley Quinn, because I don't know too much. I want to see what began her to be this crazy clown that dates Joker. Now, does this mean Joaquin Phoenix and Harley Quinn get into a love affair? I'm not sure. It could be, but I could be wrong. I'm not sure. Because the only one that I know got into love interest was Jay Leno, which, by the way, I feel bad for Jay Leno. Worst Joker. Sorry. Sorry, Jay. Sorry. You were unique, but you look like you're on crack. I'm sorry. But nobody disrespect Heath R.I.P. Heath. Nobody disrespects Heath. So Heath,
Got
you're in
that
my
right.
heart. You're in my heart. You're in my heart, man.
Dark Knight.
But Joaquin could be the next Heath. He could be the next Heath, or even a more storytelled Heath. So I wouldn't. Hey, don't let down on Joaquin. Joaquin, he's gonna work that character to make it look amazing. Trust me, I've already seen enough. But give me another trailer and I'll be even more hyped. So Birds of Prey. Then, this one I'm actually very excited about. Wonder Woman 1984. This is, I'm guessing a spin-off? Is it a spin-off? Is it a spin-off?
Yeah, it's spin-off.
It's a spin-off, right? Yeah, it's a spin-off. This I'm very excited about. This is basically a small origin story on how the Amazons were in the 1984. Because I've already seen pictures. It looks amazing. By the way, funny story. It comes out on my birthday on 2020. Comes out on my birthday. I'm watching it. So that's cool. So, Wonder Woman 1984. That's the spin-off. That's coming out next year. It's in post-production. Director is Patty Jenkins, and of course, Gal Gadot, of course, the French actor, is Wonder Woman, of course, because she did very well as Wonder Woman. And I want to see more, because I know in the first Wonder Woman we got more of the aspect of the Amazonian type style. I want to see more of that. I want to see where that origin stuff came from. But so far, very good for Wonder Woman. And then, okay, look, this is a developing one. I don't know if this is true. They want to do another Batman movie. Unfortunately, they don't have Ben Affleck because he left. He's done for. He retired. Because he got tired of being in these awful movies, which I don't blame him. So he's out somewhere. And the director's Matt Reeves, which is a decent actor, not the best in the world. But Ben Affleck, of course, he agreed to do a standalone Batman. This is since July 2015. July of 2015. Good lord, that's a long time. So he's been agreed to it. But of course he left after that because of the deal. Which of course, by the way, Matt Reeves, one plus thing he had with WB, he was the director for Dawn of the Planet Apes. So that's good. So he can make that really cool aspect. It's just, what Batman do you use? What actor could step up? Who steps up to take Batman?
And it's hard.
It's hard, man. At least with Joker, they got Joaquin. And Joaquin could kill that. Joaquin studies whatever role he has to do. So at least Joaquin, he got lucky. He got Joker, and he's enjoying it. I bet.
It's good. So I hope that this will be better.
I hope so. Now, if Joker is popular enough, how are they gonna add him into the Batman universe? How's that gonna work? That would also be interesting to see how Joaquin gets introduced to the Dark Knight himself, Batman. So, little.
That when he was a kid, when Batman was a kid, Bruce Wayne, that he showed up in his house.
Yeah, you're right. That's probably why. Because people were like, "Oh, is that a random kid?" I'm like, "No, look closely."
No, why don't you say it's a random kid when you see a gate?
Well, at first, when you first see the trailer, when you're not dissecting, you're just watching it. You're like, "Who the hell is this kid?" Then you look even closer. You're like, "Oh no, that's a young Bruce Wayne. That is a young Bruce Wayne. That's like kid generation Bruce Wayne." So you're like, "Okay, that has to do something with Batman." And I was like, yeah, that makes sense. So, because maybe that's what's gonna happen when we get this new Batman. He's gonna remember that moment in the Joker movie. I actually know this dude. He was creepy walking up to my house and gave me a fake smile. Seems logical, right? We'll see.
Yep.
We'll see. Because we don't know who's running Batman yet. We do not know. We don't know. Another movie that's also going to be in development for 2021, which is it's a long time from now. After Harley is done with the solo movie next year, is Suicide Squad. They want to do another Suicide Squad. I don't know why you would want to do another Suicide Squad. Because y'all did decent on the first one. I don't know if you want to do another one. But if you guys are thinking of doing another one, I guess you can. I don't know what characters you use because you guys lost Will Smith. Will Smith was I think El Diablo. But you lost him because he got into the other movie. Which, by the way, I saw.
Game looks. I mean, the game.
Man, he got cut off. Sir. I think he got cut off. Give me a second. He'll come back. As I was saying, I don't know what's the point of another Suicide Squad. But if you guys want to do another Suicide Squad, that's fine. I just don't know what characters you would use because the original characters y'all had was very good. You had Will Smith and El Diablo. You did really good. But of course Will Smith and I know you saw the trailer for this. It's actually the most unique Will Smith movie I've seen in a minute. Young Will Smith versus now Will Smith.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah.
I was looking into that earlier.
It's called Genie Man, I believe it's called. That
Yeah.
That looks fantastic. That I'm gonna go watch. Literally, if I have to go by myself, I'm watching that. That looks so unique because it's a young Will Smith looking like Prince of Bel-Air Will versus now Will, like 50-year-old Will Smith. It's so different when you look at them. They're like, holy mother of God. Shit, things change. So it's so mesmerizing.
Okay, get the young Fresh Prince versus the old Fresh Prince. Who will win?
Exactly. And they actually fight in the trailers. They started fighting and stuff, so it's gonna be quite unique. And the story, how they build it during the trailer, looks really good. So we gotta move on here. Then the blockbuster of the Christmas time, Aquaman. Of course, we saw in the little teaser that Black Manta is coming back. That's where this movie comes in. Aquaman 2. Now, there's no director yet. I'm guessing he's going to be probably the same director, James Wan, I believe it is. I wouldn't mind him coming back as the director. And, of course, you have Jason Momoa, of course, and you have Amber Harris, of course, with Black Manta, of course. So, of course, we don't know if how they're gonna do this with Aquaman has full power, because he's actually a king now, even though he's a bit of a even though he was a bit of a dick in the movie and a bit of a dickhead, he still is the king. He has the throne. He has.
Actually, he was in Justice League.
Yeah, but I honestly wouldn't count that because the movie wasn't very good, unfortunately. And I feel bad because yeah, I didn't like it. The only thing I enjoyed was Cyborg, really. And then maybe Batman, because Batman's good. But other than that, no, I didn't like it. And maybe Flash. Flash actually did very good in that. And I wanted him to get a Flashpoint movie, but it never happened. So,
Yeah, they should.
But yeah, so there's that. And then they want to do a follow-up spin-off called The Trench. This has no date. It's just in development right now. It's just doing ideas. This is basically what they mean by development. It's ideas. It's ideas of what movies they want to do. And The Trench is in that stage. This is, I'm guessing, is supposed to be a spin-off for Aquaman, because The Trench, if you remember in the first movie, that's when Amber Heard and James Momoa, aka Aquaman, and her, I guess his queen, I guess you can say, went down into the like scary abyss with that light. That's The Trench. They want to make a movie for that. Depends on how they do it. So we'll keep an eye on that one as well. That one's still in development too at this point. And then, yes, another movie that is still in development to this day. They want to do a Flash movie. And literally, we just talked about it. Flash deserves a movie. There's no release date, still in development. They do have the directors, which is John Francis Daly and Jonathan Goldenstein. They want to do a Flash movie since April 2015. That's how much it got pushed back. Crazy. It's got pushed back so much. Because they wanted to do a Flashpoint movie, but then it didn't work out. And then now they just want to do a Flash movie. So, we'll see how that goes. And then another movie that's also not even sure it's going to be in development yet is Batgirl. That's another movie that's also kind of not sure.
I don't know about that one.
don't know about that. I don't know who you get as the actor.
Which one?
Batgirl. By the
Oh.
by the way, it's not even, it's just in development. So these are just ideas if they want to even do this. It can get cut out easy. So don't think it's coming. Just it's an idea that they want to do. Just
They
say
should make a movie. Well, actually no, they shouldn't, but they should.
it's
It's Batman in it.
the only, I know the one they wanted to do when they talked about it was Supergirl, but Supergirl already has a TV show. But
Yeah.
I know,
Let's do a movie.
I think those plans got cut out. So I think Supergirl, I don't think it's coming. I don't think. And then this is a movie that could happen, but also I don't know if they can get it right. And that's Green Lantern's Corpse. That's basically a movie with franchise, of course, Ryan Reynolds, and his Green Lantern Corps with Sinestro and stuff team up and do battle in a way. This could be good because the first Green Lantern was okay. Wasn't the greatest. Could have been better to me. They could rewrite history and make a good Green Lantern movie. Because they have the actor. They have Ryan freaking Reynolds. They have the actor. They're just gonna make a good movie. So, if they're gonna do a Green Lantern movie, please make it a very good movie. Because Green Lantern is the most unique character of the DC universe. And then this new movie here, the New Gods. I have no idea what this means.
The fuck?
It's basically, let me see. Can I get like a small story? Oh my god, oh my god. No.
What?
They-
Happened?
Don't do this to Joker, man. Don't do this. Take a guess. Take a guess what they want to do.
Kill him off?
the character.
No. They want to make an entitled something movie with a certain worse actor. Think about it. Put the pieces together. Who was the worst Joker that I said in the beginning of this? Now, Robert. Robert got it.
You son of a bitch!
They want to make it in.
I know.
Alright, come on, say it. Come on, I'm about to say it. Hurry up. Think about it.
Nicholson.
You fucking idiot. No. Jay fucking Leno, damn it. Jerry Leno.
Oh, Jared Leto.
They want to make a movie for him, for the Joker. That's what I'm trying to get at here.
Oh no.
It's in development right now. There's no date or anything. It's just,
Hold on a
telling.
minute. Why the fuck would you fuck with the dead Joker?
They want to make it.
It's already messed up.
By the way, it's untitled, so it might not even happen. So it's untitled right now.
Fuck off!
We don't even have a date for this, and we don't even have an actor for this. All we have is the cast is Jared Leno, of course. But that's it.
I mean, like, he could have been a good Joker, but it's just the way that they used him.
Now they also want to do an untitled Joker Harley Quinn movie. Here,
God.
alright, hear me out. If you put Harley Quinn into this and let her take the role, like let her lead this, it could be good. Have Leno in the background. Cause I saw unclipped footage of the violent side of Harley Quinn and Jared Leno.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. But that's the point. Jared Leno's Joker is not a character built Joker. It's just a crazy version of him. It's him if he took drugs. But if you put him with Harley Quinn, which of course that's building from Suicide Squad, wouldn't be a bad idea. I'd rather have that than a normal Jared Leno movie. I'd rather have that. If you want to bring him back. Sure. But then the final couple right here is Supergirl. There's no actor, it's just in development, so that might cancel, so we'll just skip through that. Another one they want to do is bring in Robin as Nightwing. They want to do a Nightwing movie in development. They already have a director, which is Chris McKay. He was the director for Lego Batman.
Damian Wayne movie.
The huh?
What do you think about a Damian Wayne movie?
A Damian Wayne.
Come on, man. My wife and kids. Major Pain.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I needed a second there. Yeah, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind seeing a movie with that. I wouldn't mind at all.
I want to see him in his other three. In his other three. Brothers in the same movie.
Okay, so let's.
We already know that they're making another Justice League 2, though.
We know that. That's all the way in the bottom, by the way. Because I'm looking through the list. So Nightwing. Then they want to do, which this could be really good. They want to do a Justice League Dark movie. I'm actually down with this.
That's gonna be good.
Like what? Like Injustice Dark?
You know like the Cartoon Network the Cartoon Network show, the Justice League one that they had with like Boomerang and stuff. They want to do that. They want to do that very good one into a movie. I'm actually cool with that.
I would be down for it, actually.
I'd be down. It's basically the dark version of the entire Justice League, basically evil version, as a movie. I'm down with that. You get the right actors, this could be really good. And they signed off on it in August of 2016. The project.
Yeah, but damn, Superman left.
That's true, but they have to get someone. That's tough.
Yeah, not a black person. I mean, not to be racist and all, though.
Oh, you mean who you think? I mean, okay, no.
He said Michael B. Jordan, or I don't
Yes. Just get a white person, please. Not to be racist or anything. Okay, then, man, Harley Quinn's gonna be a lot of movies down the line.
Good thing that Michael B. Jordan that is being
Creed.
Adonis Creed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Creed.
Movie, by the way.
Yeah. Creed 2. Creed 2. Go watch it. Creed 2 was great.
I already seen it. It was a great movie.
If you like the Rocky films, go check that out.
Go check out Creed 2. The story was great. Him as the son of Creed was great. Loved every minute of it.
Yeah.
And of course, the son of Drago. That was great. I love.
I follow him on Instagram. On IG.
That's funny. Okay. Enough about Creed. We gotta move on. So more Gotham movies for Harley Quinn. Another single movie called Gotham City Sirens. So literally, she's being in a lot of movies, which I don't mind. I actually like her. She's a very, very, very good actor. So if she's gonna be in another single movie with Gotham, I have no problem with that.
Yeah, Margaret Robbie is great.
Love her. She's probably one of my favorite actors, villain-wise, of DC. Then they want to go back to the comic books and do a Blue Beetle movie. There's no actor. It's just in development, so anything could happen. That one, it might be for a long time. Then they want to do a Plastic Man one, but this is just in development, so it could change. So, okay. This is the big question mark. A Man of Steel sequel. This is the big question.
What does this mean? Like a Superboy movie?
No, a sequel of one of the best Superman movies, Man of Steel. They want to do a sequel to follow up from Man of Steel 1. If they can even go back that far. This was a long time ago. But if they do, they do. And the director seat right now is for Zack Snyder, which Zack Snyder always kills his movies, which is good. And they're trying to get Henry Cavill to sign off. It's a question mark right now because we don't know. Sign it, Henry. You're gonna get your Ellsworth movie, man. Just do it. Sign off. You'll get your movie.
Not to mention, that actor was also good in the Mission Impossible movie.
That's right. You're right.
He was in
Great movie, by the way. I didn't like the last one.
I liked the first one. I love Man of Steel. It's probably the best Ellsworth story Superman movie.
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree with that.
Because in my top spot, it's in my top 3. It's not the best DC movie in my opinion. It's up there though. It's like top 3.
No, The Dark Knight is.
Dark Knight for me, yeah. Dark Knight's number 1 for me. But hey, if this Joker movie is a fantastic, it might get up there on my list. It might take over some people, but I gotta see how it is first. I'm not saying anything, but you know, but if that Joker movie, I'm probably gonna see it with one of my friends, probably, most likely. All right.
Yeah, I know I might see one with my uncle, so.
So Untitled Man of Steel movie, Henry Cavill. If they offer you this, please, 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 please sign off, please, please.
Are you gonna see the new Spider-Man?
Take that money, man.
Yeah, I am. Take the money, man. They'll pay you a lot. They'll pay you a lot. All right, this is probably.
You go see it.
Yeah, I'd be down. I'd be down to see a Man of Steel movie. If we ever meet our past again, because it's gonna be like probably past college, depending on when it comes out, of course.
I know the Spider-Man on the.
You gotta Bay Plaza, right? Just asking.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, we could.
Avengers, but yeah, I'm down for Bay Plaza.
All right, I'm down to see Spider-Man with you. Get a chance to chat in the movie, because the last time we did that, we literally scared for our lives in Star Wars. R.I.P. R.I.P.
Yeah, what?
And funny part is, hey, let's talk about episode 7 though. That trailer though, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, I have high hopes now. Please,
No, we're not talking
please.
coming in a couple of months.
The only.
Live action.
Oh, I'm watching that.
Yeah, that'll be amazing.
That's gonna be
day one for
great.
me. Day one.
That's day one. That's day one. That's day one for me. I'm gonna say it now, and with a full heart of steam, I'm gonna say it now. This the movie that I was talking about, yeah, it has a lot of potential. So, but moving on with the DC movie, we got a long list. Deathstroke, untitled Deathstroke movie. Please make this a movie. I love Deathstroke.
Come on. Yeah.
The directors Garrett Evans and the cast,
Interesting cast.
and they even got the original Deathstroke Joe Manganiello. Literally the original actor. So that's fantastic. So that's good. So please make it a thing. I know it's only in development right now, but come on, man. Deathstroke movie, people would be hyped. Do you know how good that would be? Oh, and the movie and the movie that I said that was going to be happening regardless, because The Rock signed off, the Black Adam movie. I forgot about this.
That'll be amazing.
They signed off on it. The Dwayne Johnson wanted to play Shazam, but they already had Zach, so they couldn't do it.
I'm gonna talk about this for a minute.
Go ahead.
The Rock wanted Brock Lesnar in his movies, but he turned it down because he realized Brock was not fit for movies.
Makes sense. Brock is not in the best shape of his life.
He's not a talker, really. I've realized that.
That as well, yeah. He was more of a talker when he was younger. He definitely talked a lot when he was younger.
Now he just doesn't know how to talk. But,
He just don't like people.
He don't like people. I mean,
Because he don't know what he'll do around people.
no. One exception. He did cut that killer promo at UFC. I'll say that.
Yes, he did.
I'll say that. It's the only other time he really talked, besides interviews. So, just saying it now. But yeah, so they want to do it in an untitled Black Adam movie with The Rock, which is basically a small version of Shazam, basically. So, depends on how you see it. This, please make this a movie. They want to do a Cyborg movie. Please make this a fucking movie. Please. I know it's unknown because the status.
Cyborg villains, though.
I don't. I do know Teen Titans one, the original. Hey, don't talk about Teen Titans Go. I'll fucking murder you.
Shit, man.
The original Teen Titans was the shit. Can't beat the original.
I heard
Many
that.
times.
Even though I didn't watch the originals, I heard it was good.
Say what now?
That the original Teen Titans was good.
But
No.
Say what you said before. Say that again.
Yeah, that the original Teen Titans was good.
No. You said something before that.
Oh, that I haven't seen it? Even though I haven't seen it, I heard it was good?
Hand me the bleach. Bro, how do you not know the original Teen Titans? You need to go back, my man.
I've seen a little
That's a
bit of
classic
clips, but not as much. I
cartoon.
never saw it for whatever reason.
My interest to you is
Don't
to
blame me.
is to look up some seasons and watch it. It's fucking amazing.
When I was little.
And
fucking Animaniacs.
and for an added bonus, watch one of the Japan movies. I know they had a Japan like Godzilla type movie. Watch that. That's great. They had their own little animated movie. It was pretty good.
Of Teen Titans?
Yes, it was basically them going to Japan, and they had to defend this like robot corporate green monster Godzilla fake thing. I don't know how to explain it. Robert knows. Robert remembers it.
Yep.
There was-
That was the shit.
Yeah, definitely. But please make it a Cyborg movie. He deserves it. And that's about it. So we have the movies that are in development or coming out soon, and then we have the movies that have ideas. So the two movies that are unknown is Cyborg and Deadstroke. Oh, and the Jerry Leno movie, of course. But those are the only movies that are unknown right now. All the other movies are either in development or post-production. I know let me see. The Wonder Woman movie is already almost done. It's in post-production right now. It's literally almost done. And then the Birds of Prey just finished and is also in post-production because they posted a picture last week that they wrapped it up. And of course the Joker's also in post-production, getting those extra little edits, finishing it off. So that's what we gotta prepare for DC. And Marvel's looking very good as well, and I hope DC has a strong year this year and coming into next year, because DC needs a lot of help,
So far, Marvel is killing it.
I know Joker's not going to be Endgame, but it could be unique in a very unique DC movie, because this movie looks the most different DC
It talks
DCU
about
movie.
society pretty much, and how society can break you down.
That's right. And of course, if you know the origin story, he was a failed comedian that his mom died via, I think it was either, I don't remember the original, if it was either cancer or some disease. I don't remember. I have to look back. But it's basically mom dies, he turns into this rage that he just wants to kill everybody. He just wants to go on a rampage. He wants to cause chaos.
Breaking point, pretty much.
Breaking point. He wants to cause chaos. He wants to kill the governor. He wants to cause chaos. He wants to bring in his boys. That's where he brings, like, Killer Cross, Catwoman, this and that, everybody else. That's where that comes in. He turns insane and he brings this group from prison. And it just goes on a rampage, just dominates Gotham. But then, of course, who has to come calling in from Commissioner Gordon, and that is Batman. And that goes from there. And the story continues, and it's a long rivalry. Keep it at that. But now I think we should move on to some WWE news, because we talked enough about superheroes, so let's get to it.
And villains.
We have to talk about probably the worst stat I've ever seen in the stocks. So, I was watching my favorite podcast, JD from NY. Shout out.
Yep.
Great guy. Love his content. A little bit of cursing though, but I let it slide. I'm saying it now. If you thought the shakeup last year was a little questionable, you have not seen nothing yet. Because I'm about to show you.
I think it is questionable.
But at least last year had a lot of fans, that a lot of people had hype that NXT guys were coming up. And actually, the 2018 one's actually even better this year. It was better last year.
Yeah.
But I'm going to do a ratings comparison via TV. So here we go. Let me look at the television ratings for the Superstar Shakeup. Let's take a look at Raw. The date 2018. I believe the Superstar Shakeup happened like around WrestleMania, right? Last year, right?
Yep.
After
Yeah.
after WrestleMania, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
The viewers was almost 3 million, so up about 15%. So that's pretty good, right? SmackDown, it was kind of falling, but kind of also rising at that time. So I'd say it was about 2 million. So it wasn't as good as Raw, but Raw still had 3 million viewers. But now, let's take a look at this year's ratings. And you're going to tell a huge difference. Very big difference.
Oh, I can't wait for this.
Oh, you haven't seen nothing yet. Here we go. Where is it? So, let's talk about SmackDown's viewership last year. Their manageable viewership was 2.55 million watchers. That's pretty good, right? That's decent, right?
Yeah, it's decent.
But the viewership was very poor. There was so bad. The Superstar Shakeup for SmackDown with the Roman change was 2.0 million viewers, down 14 to 15%. And Raw's even worse.
Disrespect to Roman. No disrespect to Roman.
No disrespect at all.
Fuck! Would y'all put him on SmackDown?
And then get this, Raw in 2018 had about 3 million for the Superstar Shakeup. Guess how much they had now? 2.7 million. That is down about 12% to 15%. That's bad. Actually, no. I was looking at the wrong date. It's 2.3 million.
Oh, that's bad.
That is bad. And guess what? AEW Triple A match between the Lucha Brothers and the Young Bucks had 5 million viewers on the Aztec Network. You see what I'm getting at here?
Yeah, AEW is doing better than WWE and everything.
Other than that, the company is shit. That's all I can say.
Let's just say that.
Because we got Vince McDumbass.
It's starting to become one.
It ain't the business, it's Vince McMahon. He wants to get what he wants.
That's right.
It's true, that's facts.
So okay.
How about you roll your old ass up, go to retirement, and have Triple H take over?
Oh no, it's at. Oh no, it's at. Oh no, SmackDown's worse. It's actually 2.1 million viewers for the Superstar Shakeup.
God damn.
Oh my god. It's almost...
Vince, I think it's
that
time
just
for
shows
you
you.
to die, please. I'm
That
sorry.
just shows
but
you.
Vince McMahon, it's time for you to die.
Bro, how's Raw so bad? How you have Raw with AJ Styles so bad? It's in the millions. It's 1.9.
This is not in the thousands.
Bro, this is bad. That's way bad.
1.9 million viewers.
AJ Styles. You see, I tell you.
See,
Man.
the first half of the Superstar Shakeup started very strong. It had about 2 million. So that's decent. Then it dropped by halfway. Halfway it was still around the 2 million mark. By the end of the show, it was in the millions. When I heard this stat, I literally turned around for 1 second, looked at the wall, and said, "What the hell are you doing?" Turn back around, turn back around,
The computer.
turn back around. I turn off my computer. I play some nice video games to get it off my mind. Then I get out of my video games. I go look at the rating again to just make sure that my eyes are not blind, and I'm not. I have very good eyesight. Go back to the computer, look at it one more time, just to make sure I'm not blind. And then I walk out the room. I literally walk out my room for like 10 minutes. And then after that, I almost punched the wall.
You should have hit the computer.
Believe me, I punched the whole. Believe me, I punched the wall before the whole wall almost.
But luckily, luckily I have very good anger control, and I keep my control in check. Because I learned how to do it. If I didn't learn how to do it, a wall would be broken right now. I've been watching this damn company since 2012. 2012.
Since 2011.
I've been watching it since 2012 when I've been watching it since I've been watching it since Main Event was a thing. You remember Main Event when it was on Ion Television? That was actually very good.
I remember.
That's how long I've been watching it for. When Cesaro lifted up Great Khali in that singles match.
I definitely remember that.
That's how long I've been watching. And it was rising at the moment. They were getting new superstars. They were getting guys from the indie scene. Then I learned, because when I first got into wrestling, I just went to the show to see if I enjoyed it. And I thoroughly enjoyed it. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to do research on it. Then I know there's this indie scene. There's these former guys. And then I saw some of the names. Like, I know The Rock was a wrestler. I know Cena was a wrestler. I knew some of those guys. I didn't know the full story. By 2004... I mean, not by 2014. I'm getting my years mixed up. But that's how angry I am. By 2014, going into the Rock versus CM Punk match, I knew everything. I know the story. I knew why CM Punk fighting The Rock. I know this. I know that. I know Paul Heyman. I know Lesnar. I know everybody that I know. And when I watched my first WrestleMania, which was WrestleMania 29, I thought it was amazing. Of course, I watched it again. Was a semi-show, wasn't bad, but WWE was still good at that time. They had good stories. They actually cared. They had qualifiers for Money in the Bank. And by the way, that Money in the Bank year was really good. The briefcase match with RVD was really good.
Yeah, that was amazing.
It was great.
But Brian, I want to share a similar story.
Go ahead.
For the past 7 to 8 years, I have been watching this company ever since The Undertaker and Triple H.
I agree.
Had a promo on Raw.
I agree.
I remember watching it. And then watching WrestleMania 27 a few years later. And then I just started watching and getting to know WWE a lot more. And after the past 2 years of WWE failing, and a lot of the new guys that I didn't even know about maybe until 2017 maybe. Now I realize what CM Punk's theory is the truth.
It is. Vince is broken.
CM Punk is a true person. He has been speaking facts ever since he left the company.
Ever since he got terminated on his wedding day with AJ Lee.
Oh, it was on his wedding day?
You didn't know that? Bro, it's been.
You did not know that.
It was. You should have done. You should have done your research, sir. Listen.
That was messed up.
He did it. He did it on his wedding day. How do you expect him to? They didn't even give him 2 days. I would have been cool if you gave him like. I would have been cool if like you would have gave him like.
Contract.
That's right. When he was getting married, he was still in the contract. He was still in the contract. Which that's even worse.
CM Punk left, and they wanted him to turn heel, and he refused it because they wanted to have a match with Triple H at WrestleMania 30, and he turned it down. He said it's no. Y'all robbed me of a World War win.
Yeah, didn't he get robbed that year? He got robbed that year. He was supposed to win that.
He was supposed to win that 2014 World Rumble, but Batista came back and said no.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Kane actually cost him the opportunity.
Do you know how much of a better reaction he would have got? Because people love CM Punk at that moment. I get it, Daniel Bryan was hot. I get that. But imagine the reaction CM Punk would have got. Yeah, he was equal hot. And this is so bad for WrestleMania 30. The match he got was literally a Kane match. Like really? CM Punk.
If it's the pay-per-view after the Royal Rumble.
That's fine.
A few weeks.
That's fine. But he was in a match with The Shield and I think the New Age Outlaws, I think.
No, he wasn't even in WrestleMania 30.
Oh no, he wasn't. I'm bugging, my bad. But, you know, that's when his 90 compete clause was up, and then he went to the UFC after that year later. But this man had to make a decision to re-sign on his wedding day, his most prized day, to get married to the wife of his love, AJ Lee. And of course they are still married to this day, which I'm happy for them. A special day where your family, your dad, your stuff, this and that. You could at least give him a week or two to decide.
2 weeks, I should say.
Yeah, 2 weeks is fair. You give him enough time to think about, like, AJ's gonna be like, babe, do you want to do this? And then CM Punk gives an answer back to Chip and WWE. He either would have said, I'll give you another chance, or I'm declining. You terminate my contract, I'm gone. But of course he decided, I'm gone, because you picked it on the worst day.
They fucked him over a lot of times.
And now, if CM Punk does get picked up by AEW, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all.
I'm not surprised because they're
I
gonna.
don't think CM Punk will wrestle again.
He might
turned
just
him down
tease
twice.
WWE.
He turned him down twice.
It's worth the third shot. Third time's the charm. You never know. Because he seems like he's interested in wrestling again. He went to the show, interrupted the show, hit a GTS, and then left.
On a random show.
So, and he actually did this before when he was out of his WWE contract. He did it one more time, I believe, in another show. I forgot what it was called. He did it again. Same thing.
I'm gonna look at the show and see how many views he's gotten.
How many views? What? For what show?
When he came back into WWE.
Alright, take a look. Take a look. So.
It's 43K views.
Jeez. That's more than what WWE makes today.
43K views. Some had 30K views, and WCW, What Culture Wrestling, had 136K views.
Jeez, man.
These were 3 to 6 days ago.
My God.
And you're talking about Dylan Cass making.
Okay, look at this. Look at this. The WWE YouTube channel has 42 million subscribers.
That's good, right? Right?
It's halfly decent.
Well, you're not beating PewDiePie. PewDiePie is just God. You're not beating PewDiePie. No way. And here's the bad part about this. They just put up their stock reports for who's going down. And they put Ricochet on stock down when it was his first loss. And Becky Lynch and Iconics.
You treated him like trash in his first one.
Now, these stock ups make sense. AJ Styles up. He moved to Raw. He's gonna fight Seth Rollins. Robert Roode had a big match. Has a mustache. Yeah, sure. Then and then the one that totally makes sense is Kevin Owens because he attacked Kofi Kingston and started their feud. Yeah. That makes sense. He deserves a stock up.
That makes sense.
That got him stocks up because now you have a really good feud with Kofi and Kevin Owens at the Money in the Bank. I'm down with this match. This match is gonna be great. This is one match that I'm actually. Oh, actually, besides Seth AJ, because Seth and AJ is gonna be a masterpiece. That's gonna be a masterpiece. Like
if they don't mess it up.
If they don't mess it up, yeah. And you put in the
earlier. Charlotte is also in the 8 women ladder match.
Yeah, there were advertisements. There was advertisements put up that Ricochet was gonna be the ladder match. But I was like, interesting.
After it would be interesting, but after the way you treated him, like dirt, hell.
I don't know. Maybe these advertisements are false, but like they literally put out like an entire like competitors. Like at a full advertisement, like here it was on like a billboard. So the women's ladder match right here is Tamina, Sasha Banks, Natalia, Naomi, Bailey, Charlotte, Ember Moon, and Sonya Deville. Interesting pick with Sonya Deville there. I'm not sure why she's in
I
there.
heard?
And my oh, go ahead.
From what I've heard, this person said that Tamina might win the Money in the Bank.
Oh no.
Contract.
Oh no! Fuck.
I know. It said it on an IG page.
No, they better be wrong. I swear. Now here's the men. The men's, it could be really good. It's just who do you pick here? It's like a bunch of young stars. Drew McIntyre, Cesaro, Rey Mysterio, Ricochet, Aleister Black, Andrade, Lars. Winner wins the briefcase. Who do you pick? This is tough. This is tough. Who do you let become a young star with the Money in the Bank briefcase? Who needs it more? Because this is tough. You could say Drew McIntyre because he's on the decline. That'd boost him up a little bit. Rey Mysterio needs a W. Ricochet, a young star, could win it, make that thing look good. But technically, he doesn't really need it, but it would be interesting. Aleister Black wouldn't be a bad idea. Andrade would be a great idea. Make him win the Money in the Bank briefcase. Let him run that. Try to go for Kofi Kingston, or
I could see that.
I could see that. And they're gonna put Lars in the match, but I think Lars is a little too early. But
yeah, Samoa Joe maybe.
it depends on what Alexa Bliss says, because of course they're announcing it on Alexa Bliss, which is kind of stupid. You should just do qualifying matches. Like, come on now.
Yeah, you should.
But
Really.
oh well. But that's the
Strowman might be in it again.
I don't know about
Probably.
that. He's supposed to be facing Joe for the U.S. title. Most likely. But that's basically the rumored Money in the Bank for both the men and the women, just from advertising. So those could be the exact, or they could be changed because of the advertisements. So, but if that's the Money in the Bank card this year, a younger Money in the Bank card is a better Money in the Bank card. And that's good, because those guys could show off what they could really do. Because I know Andrade and Ricochet combined.
NXT Money in the Bank.
If it ever happens, I'm down. They deserve one, actually. They deserve one, man.
They do.
They worked their ass off, man.
So far, I think Johnny Gargano might versus.
They technically did have a Money in the Bank, but I wouldn't even call it a Money in the Bank. I'll call it like a ladder match. The North American.
Much a ladder match.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it a Money in the Bank, but I say it's a small Money in the Bank because they actually won something for it. You know.
They won a title.
Right. So that's basically a big prize. But that's why, and I'm going to say this is my bold prediction. If WWE does not step it up before TNT
AEW
goes, basically, if they don't step it up when AEW goes live on TNT, y'all in trouble.
Super in trouble. Everybody's gonna be switching off to AEW now.
That's right. And it's on a really big network too. Turner TV.
Yeah.
That's a big network. A lot of basketball fans there who might like wrestling.
Yeah.
There you go. You got your wrestling fix. And they're slotted for a 2-hour slot, which is fantastic. 2 hours of AEW, I'm down. So
That'd be fantastic.
and now we're gonna make our proof made, as they're, of course, Double or Nothing is around the corner. We're almost in May already. End of May should be this week.
It was 20.
And then yeah, start of May should be starting up at the end of this week, going into next week. And we're already on the road to Double or Nothing. By the way, quick wrestling news around the world. Marty Scurll and I think it was Nick Aldis. They're about to fight in the main event in just a little bit. I believe, because timing. So
Is it on YouTube?
it's on pay-per-view, but I don't want to pay for it because I was late. So I'll probably watch it on YouTube, most likely. But I'm still sticking with my pick. I got Marty Scurll. But if he doesn't, but yeah, villain all day. But if he don't win, I'm not surprised, because Nick Aldis has been a really good NWA champion, so I wouldn't be surprised.
For a while now, right?
I mean, he did lose. He did lose it, but then he won it back.
He gained it.
So I couldn't.
I think that's it.
No, he beat Cody, because Cody had it first.
Yeah. Yeah,
Then
he went to verse Jack Swagger, I believe.
Jack Swagger, he won. It's had ever
And then
since.
he tried to defend against the other guy, but Marty Scurll interfered.
That's how you know Marty Scurll wants a piece. Marty Scurll wants that title, which I don't blame
Not to
him.
mention, this is the first time that they're working.
That's right. That's right. So,
Wait, what do they call Nick Aldis? Magnus? Like his nickname? What
in
do they call him?
TNA, yes, but they just call him Nick Aldis though. I think they call him like the Prodigy or something. I don't know what they call him, but they call him like something fancy or something like that. Some fancy word they would use for Nick Aldis.
Oh yeah, I follow Cody on Instagram too.
Of course,
AEW.
of course, he's always bringing out those little sneak peeks on what's next.
They were in the actually NFL draft.
Yeah, they were there watching the people get drafted. So that means they could be having an event at the Jaguars arena, which I wouldn't mind as well.
It'll be amazing, too.
Having it in a football field, a big event like that, do you know how many people would fucking sell out? If you have matches like Lucha Brothers versus like Young Bucks, and you add like,
Probably,
and then you
probably
and then you add this new private party team, which I watched some of their highlights. They're fucking athletic,
the highlights too. They were
athletic from House. I think it was like JD's company, House of Glory. They came from, and they got picked up. That's how you know AEW knows how to scout. They know how to scout.
They know how to scout talent.
They know how to scout talent, baby. The only other person in
Randy
WWE,
Rhodes.
yeah, Banny Rose is gonna be taking on Allie. So that should be good. And they already announced their second pay-per-view, which is Fight of the Fallen, of course. So everything
Rock is gonna be with the Lucha Bros, while I
yes,
believe Kenny Omega is supposed to be with
with the Young Bucks. So they're teaming up once again, which
That'll be a killer match. I would say this right now. That'll be a killer match.
yeah, because Pac is gonna have great chemistry with Kenny. They'll probably do some dangerous spots that look really good. It'll be kind of like the Pentagon, the Pentagon,
Yeah.
the Pentagon Kenny Omega match, which didn't even go that long, but it was still vicious, and a stacked all-in card.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I think that is the greatest indie show card besides New Japan I've ever seen. My opinion.
Yeah.
You had the Green Arrow in a match.
A major star. Well, not well. Some people say that Arrow sucks.
I'll say TV show star. I wouldn't say a major star. I'll say TV show star though. Because the Arrow is a very popular TV show on Pix or
Yeah, even though a lot of people, some people don't like it. People like the Flash more better,
but most people they enjoy Arrow. They enjoy Stephen Amell, and even though his WWE match was he made it up when he did the Christopher Daniels match. That match was it's great. It's great. So if AEW's producing stuff like that, oh man, WWE's in trouble. So and who knows when the TV version comes? Remember, imagine what they're gonna do to crown a new champ. Simplest, what WWE should be doing is a tournament. Do a single elimination tournament. Winner gets the new champ at the next pay-per-view, whatever is after Fight of the Fallen. Like simple, and then maybe do number one contenders match to see who faces the Young Bucks if they retain, of course, because Lucha Brothers could win at any time.
or they might make or AEW might make their own titles.
Good point. I know they're definitely gonna make tag belts. I don't know what championships they're not gonna make. I know they're making a world title. That's a must. Tag belts. That's a must. Unless they're gonna keep the AAA tag titles as their main. Because I know New Japan does that a lot, where they have I know the Rev Pro UK title is kind of a main title there, so
Yeah.
they kind of do that. So they might do that, which I wouldn't mind, honestly. I'd be down. So they might make a mid card title, like a US title, or Intercontinental.
Yeah, maybe
They could take like a New Japan. You know how they have like the United States Championship for
Yeah,
New Japan?
IWGP title, yeah.
That's
Yeah,
right.
it's cool. It's a cool belt.
They could do something like that for AEW.
Yeah, I think they should bring that belt really, because really though the IWGP US title is not really.
Question is how the hell do you get it? Question is how the hell do you get it off the hands of New Japan?
Juicy Robinson.
Oh yeah, Juice Robinson does have that title, doesn't he? Well,
Yeah, he's a two-time US.
oh shit, you're right. Oh, Cody did win it one time, I think. Yeah, Cody did win it one time.
He did. But Juicy gained it back from him.
Of course. Yeah, you're right. I'll have to definitely keep that in mind.
But yeah, that is the question, bro. How do you bring that to?
Cause you gotta run it through the main general of New Japan, and see what he says.
Now it just feels dead. Like.
Well, no, it's getting overshadowed because of the junior heavyweight division. Cause that junior heavyweight division is getting stacked, and now possibly Will Ospreay could be going to that division very soon. So it's getting packed. You got Will Ospreay, the ticking time bomb, Harumu watching in the shadows. I know he's watching. The Eagles as well.
Bushi, I think.
Bushi's in there too. Freaking Kota Bushi's in there as well.
Marty
Skull's in there. Dude, there's a lot in the junior heavyweight. That junior heavyweight division is getting stacked. Same as the tag division. You got the Guerrillas of Destiny. I think the Young Bucks make a couple appearances here and there, so that's good for them. I think. I know Evil Sonata is starting to rise up more because the Young Bucks are gone a little bit.
In Ring of Honor too. I think it's starting to rise up in Ring of Honor.
Oh, they just showed pictures of the main event: Nick Aldis versus Marty Skull, and of course.
What are you watching? A clip of the?
No. I'm just looking at some posts. Some people telling me what's going on. Yeah, everybody agreed. Marty Skull's time. I don't blame him. Okay, so here's the preview. Of course, like we explained in the predictions of this small pay-per-view, the Crockett Cup had, of course, Slip and Bandino. Oh, I'll send you a picture. So basically, the Crockett Cup is a combination of New Japan, Ring of Honor, NWA, CMLL, that Mexican company that I absolutely love. Great company. I've watched their stuff.
Oh yeah, Bandito's gonna be in that junior heavy.
That's right. Well, it probably already happened because the pay-per-view is like almost over. But you know.
I can see two people win it. And here on my
there's the card. And
I can see two people win that Super Junior heavyweight title.
Oh, I know what it is. I
could see the Bandito.
I see what it is. You know what it is? They win these beautiful tag belts because it's a tag tournament.
Yeah.
Look at those belts right there. That is what I call a tag belt. You gotta zoom into it. You gotta click on and zoom into it because I just zoomed into it. That, sir, is what you call a tag belt. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, that's.
Oh my god.
Show me.
PC and Brody won the tag belts.
That was fast.
Oh, you hear it in the background. Here are your winners, PCO and Brody, Villain Enterprises. Oh my god.
Yeah, those are what you call tag belts. They look like world belts mixed with tag.
They look like the Winged Eagle if they were to have a tag belt. You notice that? 3, 2, 1. PCO and Brody won tag belt gold. That's crazy. Oh god. Here, I sent you a screen share video of them holding the titles. No
Oh, yeah, you know what?
way.
I'm looking at this right now. Look at heel versus face WWE confession, and here's what it says.
Oh, that was the story I was gonna say. WWE blames injury talent for the lack of ratings. That is the
Really?
stupidest thing. Yeah, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Wow, amazing.
And Colt Cabana is your new NWA Nationals champion. Whoa.
Oh yeah, wait, Brian. Let me tell you this too. WWE missed out on having their own version of the Bullet Club.
What you mean?
It's from heel versus face WWE confession. I still have no idea why WWE didn't make this happen. Such a missed opportunity between Styles, Valor, and Gallows and Anderson.
Hey Rob, you remember the team of the Rock and Roll Express, right?
Yep.
They still wrestle to this day, you know that, right?
Oh, sons of bitches.
They actually do. They fought the Briscoes in a tag match.
Wait a minute, the Briscoe brothers are alive?
Bro, they're not that old. They're not that old. They're still mean and nasty. I'll say that. Whoa.
Alright, guys, I'm gonna talk to y'all later.
Talk to you later. Talk to you later.
Hey, podcast. Tune in for SmackDown Universe.
Yep, tune in.
Peace.
Peace. Well.
That was interesting.
Yeah. But for real, literally, Colt Cabana won the title. Wow.
Impressive.
The podcaster himself won a belt. Impressive. Anyway, I'm gonna end the stream here. This is probably one of my best streams I've ever done. Talking about Endgame. We talked about WWE and their struggles. We talked about Crash. If you see my new logo, that Coco logo. So you know I'm in the mood. So that's Manny. I'm Brian. Robert said goodbye to y'all because he had to get off. And I'll be talking to y'all for SmackDown Universe somewhere next week. Talk to you then.